Hello everyone, this is Gorax and today I'm going to show you an in-depth guide on how to build your Dauntless team for Season 4 endgame boss as Ketus. As you can see, this team is doing over 191 million with a possibility of doing over 200 million with enough RNG luck. In this video, we will go over the strategy, heroes, possible replacements, and equipment. Firstly, since we're playing Lightning and Radiance team, we can utilize the debuff immunity as there are multiple debuff immunity supports available within this affinity. If you press here, you can look what you have and you can see that there's multiple. We have Asila, Mifrisi, Fessa, Catherine when it comes to epic, and that's pretty much it as well. We can also use Hem with debuff immunity if we really want to, but that will mean we will need to sacrifice a damage dealer. When it comes to the team that is Dauntless, you need 3 damage dealers. There's no way around it if you want to do the maximum damage. So we need to bring 2 supports that will be able to keep our team alive. Now, while attack penalty is quite good, it's not mandatory as you can do the same thing with 2 healers. Now, the perfect team that I've built without even Nastienka's exclusive artifact is the one shown on the screen. This team has a little bit struggles to survive, but the damage potential of this team is way higher than the other variant that I've been using early during the boss encounter. So the bread and butter of this team is Asila, and we built Asila with Ancestral Protection to minimize the damage taken by our damage dealers. We boost their damage by Solar King Horn, which procs with the ultimate healing, as well as overall healing coming from Asila. We built her with max HP, but not too much HP. You don't want her to be the highest HP, but this boss takes the defense down. So as you can see, we can build her with defense. I don't have HP or Enlightenment. Moonlight Mantle, that is good. We need Enlightenment on her to boost the healing, but main thing is we bring her for debuff immunity. When it comes to second support, the best one for this team, but again, making it a little bit squishy, is Mashtur, as Mashtur provides us with attack penalty, multiple debuffs, which means the boss is gaining less stacks so we can prolong the survivability of our heroes. Let's not forget also control immunity for everyone in the team, and with Mashtur passive granting him ultimate energy, we can make him on 15-second rotation, basically constantly applying Witch's Remains and all the debuffs. Now the bread and butter when it comes to damage dealers is Evelios. So Evelios is out damaging my Nastienka because I don't have the exclusive weapon on Nastienka. The way you build Evelios is you put Enlightenment chest, you put attack percentage gloves. You don't build him with crit rate, crit damage. You want to avoid these stats. Make sure your damage dealers have around 50,000 HP, as this will help them survive as well. Don't worry about the defense. The boss will eventually ignore most of the defense. I've done tests and Queen Fan is the best artifact when it comes to Evelios. If you don't have Queen's Fan, you might consider pulling using something like Chest of Radiance, which will help your melee heroes if you're using Nastienka, Sufa, etc. This will help their boost their damage as it grants not only range but also melee. If you're not running Nastienka or Sufa, the other good choice is Downpipe Organ. Next, since we have a Witch's Remain applier here, we can build Farival with damage, and this Dominator set is the best set for all your attack speed oriented, basic attack oriented heroes. So we're gonna use that with Precise Carnage and the Great River Lamp artifact. If you don't have Great River Lamp artifact, the other good choice is Poison of Swamp. I'm using Poison of Swamp on Nastienka here, and she's got way more crit rate than she needs with this, but just playing it safe. And we have Dominator set here as well with Carnage, as you know we'll have a very good upkeep on the Witch's Remain. When it comes to the skill timings, as I said, we're gonna set up Asila at 23. You can do it at 23.5 as well. It's both work really well, and 30-second rotation. This is just before the boss applies all the debuffs, so we don't need to cleanse them. But Asila is the one hero that can actually cleanse all of them before she grants debuff immunity, which works well as well. And as you can see, Mashtur here with 14.5, you can even go 14.7 to be sure. He is the one taking the ultimate down as he has the highest HP, which means with 14.7 you will avoid any energy drain, and 15-second rotation will help to maintain this going forward. When it comes to damage dealers, as I said, Ivelio's ultimate already ignores 100% defense, and we don't care about the timings then, so we can cast it we can cast it automatically, and the most of the damage is coming from the passive when it comes to Ivelios. When it comes to Farivol, we want to cast his ultimate a little bit earlier before the ultimate of Nashtur. Now, as you can see, I changed that to 14.7, which means Nastienka's ultimate will go after the Nashtur, so preferably we go 14.5 to ensure he goes first. And then we have Farivol at 12.5, and then just going random as both of them have 20-second rotation. So Nastienka will be shortly after, as this will boost her damage from the ultimate. If you change Nashtur ultimate to 14.7, you need to take that into consideration and basically move your timings here to match it, okay? So you need to do something like that. Now let's talk about the replacements for this team. So first, supports are really important, and the team that does a little bit less damage but is still viable is replacing Mashtur, which is an exclusive hero, with Rose. And so the way we build Rose here is basically granting Chest of Radiance and using Emissary Crown to get extra attack, extra enlightenment. And we build her with accuracy to make sure we will hit attack penalty as well. If you can sustain a buff on her constantly, then she doesn't need any accuracy. And the timings will be a little bit different here, as we will use Farivol as the Witch's Remain applier. So as you can see, we changed that around to 9 seconds, and then Nastienka at 11, and Rose will be casting whenever she wants, and she is still the highest HP in the team. We can't let Asila do that, because then we will not have debuff immunity when we need it. As I said, once you do that, you'll need to put Farivol with Witch's Remain, make a Cyril set on him to give us the extra attack as well, and basically the fight is very similar. The placement will be pretty much the same with Ivelios a little back in the back. Now, another option, if you don't have Asila, you can basically run Catherine here and it will work just fine. Catherine has a really good heal and she works like Gatekeeper staff, so when she overheals, she will have a shield. The timings will be the same, 23.5. If you don't have Rose, this is when you can consider using this guy as well, but he already has debuff. We already have debuff immunity in the team, so we can consider someone else, which would be someone like Ardrev, providing us with extra utility, defense, and extra healing. We can build Ardrev with Witch's Remain and make her at 15-second rotation, which will work just like Mashtur. We won't have attack penalty, but we will still have a good utility that will allow us to survive. Now, if you're looking for replacing damage dealers, there's few ways you can do that. So obviously Nastienka as the exclusive hero, but we can replace her with someone like Sufa in this case, and we still use Ardrev to apply Witch's Remain, so we can build all 3 damage dealers with damage. If you don't have Sufa, there are other options, and I would highly suggest going for someone like Shagrol. Shagrol will allow us to use the attack speed aura in the battle as well, helping with the damage, and he can be Witch's Remain applier if you don't want to run Ardrev here and want to bring another support. If you don't have Ivelios, then the best replacement for Ivelios is Shelter. He's doing basically the same, but instead of with passive, he's doing that with the ultimate. And we built him very similarly with enlightenment and attack, avoiding any crit rate or crit damage. And the last thing, if you don't have Ivelios, there are multiple choices now. You have the new hero Valorian, or you can go with Nimbus as well. Obviously, this variant will do way less damage, but it is going to be something good as well for those of you who can't build anything else beside that. And I think this concludes the guide when it comes to the Dauntless team. If you need any help getting higher on leaderboards, getting better results, please message me on Discord and we can arrange something. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe, bye!